This is E Bland, and you're checking out thisisrealmusic.com.
You got me open.
A lot of my influence, man, of my parents' generation. I mean, I kind of skipped my generation of music. A lot of the, the Motown era, the 70s, the 60s, even before that. But, a lot of guys, even in that song I mentioned, James Brown, Marvin Gaye, Stevie, Ray Charles, stuff like that. A lot of stuff that really was built on musicianship, man. It's not a lot today that's really doing that. So that's kind of what I grew up with, and that's where my music came from. First one is entitled Just Me, and that's really just for the reason that I produced, wrote, recorded, designed, pretty much anything you could think of for that first album. So I called it Just Me. It's really just an exploration of my musical journey, so to speak. Like they're really breaking the grounds for myself as an artist, and dipping into different genres that influenced me a little bit. Second album, I really think, I feel like I really found myself as an artist. I feel like I found my sound and what I really want to do with it. And there's a large part of the reason for that is just, a lot of stuff that was coming from within me. I would try to conform to different things, and before that, it doesn't really work like that, man. So now this is coming from my soul, and that's where Soulcentric comes from. I'm a musician first, man, so I kind of lose myself in the music, and I think a lot of people connect with the passion in my music. I'm speaking and singing about real feelings, real emotions, real situations as far as lyrics are concerned, but musically, man, I can sit up here and play with a band all day long, so that's really where it's at for me, man. I think, people really connect with that, because a lot of people, if people see me perform, you can see that I'm lost, man, in this world, man. That's what it's about, man.
In the basement at 25, coolers, never thought I would make it doing what I was doing. Doing shows since I was playing in school. All the other kids were doing it too, but I've been doing my own thing from day one. I gotta thank my folks for something that man's doing a big thing, man's doing a big thing. I'm doing it for all the cats who sang before me. Doing what I'm doing 'cause music is me. Said the Lord put me on this earth for one thing.
I think the biggest struggle is really people taking me seriously. Because we're in an era now where a lot of people do their own music or try to, do something with their own music, and it's sad because people hear independent artists and they immediately write it off as just some guy that's doing something in his basement, and that's it. There's a lot of people who are serious independent artists, and people either don't know it because they've already been connected to somebody major, or they just kind of write them off. But there's a lot of people out there, man, that people never heard of, but they're making a good living doing what they do. As far as a commercial artist is concerned, it's about money, man. That's the biggest support in the world, but that's why it's hard as an independent artist, doing stuff like live venues and everything. That's where we make up for it. But people want to hear it, man. It's just hard to get them something that, money can't really pay for. I encounter a lot of different, I think the majority of my fans are women, and it's just the way it is. In this genre and this type of thing, a lot of fans are women. And I hear and see a lot of different things, even with people I've been with, friends, family, whatever, that a lot of people just have self-esteem issues and have a lot of reasons that they're told by society they have to be a certain size, they have to look a certain way, a certain skin color, all that. And I guess this was just my calling to say, just look in the mirror and love yourself. You see something in the mirror based on what society's saying. So watch the mirror and look at your own vision. See your own vision of yourself and really love yourself for it. I was sick of hearing half love songs, man. Like the stuff that people are using the word love like it's just the word and or something, man. It's thrown around, and a lot of people just don't really get what that originally was. You say like somebody's writing a love song now, it's not like it was when Luther did it, when Lenny Williams did it, something like that, So for me, I just wanted to really take my take on what it should sound like. And the reason it's called Love 101 is that I'm explaining how that should happen as I'm hopefully doing that with the song. I mean, I really might say this Right on Time is up there. I mean, that's just a really powerful, emotional song, and it's positive, man. And you know, Wash the Mirror is another one too, because that's something I know that I've touched and will continue to touch a lot of people's lives. I mean, I've been places and performed that song and seen people in tears, and just knowing that they're going to leave there changing something about themselves and the way they see themselves. That means a lot. eblandsoul.com is the easiest way to get it. That's my website. Everything on there, mailing list, pictures, all news and everything is on there. So myspace.com/ebland, EBLAND. In the basement at 25, coolers, never thought I would make it doing what I was doing. Doing shows since I was playing in school. All the other kids were doing it too, but I've been doing my own thing from day one. I gotta thank my folks for something they learned. Man's doing a thing, man's doing a thing. Say what you know. I'm doing it for all the cats who sang before me. Doing what I'm doing 'cause music's in me. Said if you love with me on this earth, you one thing. Cause music's in my soul. My daddy had me listening to Mr. James Brown. I got my pride with me, now I'm saying it loud.